Hey guys, Mr. LND1 here. This video is going to be a bit of a channel update and life update. First off, I had some computer trouble recently. I believe I might have solved most of the issues. Apparently it seemed to be a driver issue as the primary culprit. For a while I had been trying to get my computer to update successfully, however I kept running into problems. I had these strange occurrences happening to my screen as well, like this. This occurred 3 times. In addition, Adobe Premiere has kind of given me problems, so there's a good chance that this video will be edited with a different program. I too had some other technical issues, but I think I had gotten most things straightened out. Hopefully. I tell you, throughout this insanity, I just wanted to do this. Aside from technical difficulties, there was something, or someone rather, who too needed some fixing. Me. Back in February I had gotten sick. Fortunately it was a mild cold, however, this was a bit of a wake-up call. As many of you know, my mother had surgery back in October, and I had been going at full throttle since. So, things have been catching up to me, and one of the things I wanted to tell you guys is that I will be taking a bit of a break. In addition, there are other things going on in my life that are kind of dragging me down here, but that's for another discussion. This doesn't mean that I will not be working on Doom projects indefinitely. What it does mean, though, is that any projects that I do have plans for will be postponed for a bit. Also, if anyone needs to reach out to me for any reason, please give me some time to reply. I'll try to respond within a week's time, but if it extends a bit further than that, give me a little extra time. If anyone has any questions, concerns, feedback, or suggestions pertaining to the Toby Accessibility mod, my team will be able to respond to you. Currently, Proidoa and Illegally Cited have been able to fill in for me, and I do want to thank them very much for doing that. There is one other thing I want to mention. I have been working on a side project which I'd like you guys to check out on my second YouTube channel, PPA Adventures. I was debating if I should have it on my main channel, but since this is somewhat writing related, my second channel was more fitting. Why I did this project is because I woke up one morning with an epiphany. I started writing things down, doing a whole lot of research, and typing things up. It's as if it was a message from God. It's kind of weird, but still pretty cool nonetheless. Even though this side project was initially made for writing tutorial purposes, I found that it can be used more for understanding why the world is so topsy-turvy. Just to break it down for you, this project comes in 3 parts. Even though it has to do with character development, it turned into a massive research assignment. Through the research I did for it, I found some intriguing things that could help everyday people navigate the current climate of society, and perhaps help people find ways to deal with those who are causing all the trouble. Part 1 focuses on villains and what makes them the way they are. Part 2 focuses on the mindless minions who work for the bad guys. And Part 3 focuses on the heroes and how they go from the lowly everyday person into a more improved version of their former selves. In addition, how heroes can harness the strength and courage within to be able to fight and defeat the evildoers. In the 3 videos I put together, you'll see how this went from a writing tutorial to a crash course into crime fighting and how to identify and defeat the bad guys. I have to tell you, the most common trait that you'll see across the board is the origin story of the villains. I'm sure many of you know this already, but one of the common patterns I've seen pertain to the villain's childhood. As they were still a young kid, even as young as a baby, they had crappy parents who neglected them. It's because of this lack of love which causes them to grow up to be such a vile, despicable person. The lack of love and the abundance of trauma are the very ingredients to villainy. In essence, if you really wanted to get to the root of all evil, ask the bad guys these questions. How was your childhood? What were your parents like? How was your home life? You'd most likely get very similar responses across the board. Asking good hard questions are the very things that will allow you to understand the motives of the bad guys and give you a blueprint on how to stop them. So I recommend you guys go check out these 3 videos and share it with others. By the way, I hope Part 3 puts a smile on your face. Who knows, you might get a bit of a chuckle with my rendition of Dylan Thomas's Do Not Go Gentle into that good night. So that's it for now, folks. As mentioned, if you want to reach me, give me a little time to respond. I'll try to get back to you in a week's time if I can. As you know how my outros go, if you're watching this during the day, I wish all of you a good day. If you're watching this during the evening, I wish all of you a good evening. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see all of you in the next video. Take care.